Ah.
You know, my colleague said it already that this is Smile Jamaica, but we have to deal with serious issues, and boy, this one is serious. But thank goodness, some folks are trying to help, and multiple world and Olympic medal winner, world best, he'll be donating $1 million to assist the wards of the state who have been displaced due to the fire at the Walker's Place of Safety in St. Andrew. Unfortunately, 2 lives were lost, 2 young ladies. Wow. Usain's Foundation was established in 2011, and it targets children and their particular needs. So in a release yesterday, chairman of the foundation, Winsome Wilkins, said Bolt was moved by the tragedy, which saw 2 wards of the state being killed and another 34 displaced. So she said the foundation, which is dedicated to the legacy of happy children and to enhance their educational and cultural development, was chosen by Bolt as the best vehicle through which he will show his support for those who have suffered. I know this is very dear to you.
You know, Neville.
We're not certain what happened, but it doesn't matter now what happened.
It's the fact that
we lost
happened.
2 kids.
And the children have been displaced. And you know, sometimes when you're in a home, and I want to just tell Jamaica, because you know, sharing a home with 100 children, we received some of them last night, Neville, and I'll get to meet some of them today. And the most important thing, I think, coming out of the family, what is it called? The Child Protection and Family Services is the counseling support that they will have to offer and will offer.
This is traumatic.
This is very traumatic. Not only is it that they had to witness that and they knew the 2 girls whose lives were taken by the fire, but is the fact that you're now displaced. So now they have to go into another home.
Which is going to
throw you off again. A new culture, a new set of people, and all kind of psychological issues. So I want to thank Usain Bolt, and not just Usain Bolt, because there are others who are contributing. And I know that One Coco does full basket, especially when you're looking at these things. And I want to take a minute to thank, I think he's a member of parliament, I think is Dr. Peter Phillips. Is it? Yes, of this area. And I think Dr. Peter Phillips is had offered a donation as well. I don't know if they're going to rebuild the facility, but we're asking all viewers right now, if you can donate something, you can contact it's a new name, you know, it's called the CDA, so I have to get used to it, Child Protection and Family Services Agency. Contact the Ministry of Youth and just make a donation.
I'd love to help also. This is really traumatic. The Prime Minister has asked for a review of the safety arrangements, which is necessary. Rather late, but it is necessary.
Every home.
Boy.
Can I just say to Neville, just because you're bringing this up, now that we have some of the children in our care, now we have to get them ready for school. You understand? They need to go back to school. We have to find uniforms and every single thing that they're going to need. Their personal care kits are needed. So think about those things if you want to donate.
But the Prime Minister is just the kids, just to get them back to be happy again, and to this must knock them for 6, boy. This is so our condolences to the families of the 2 young ladies who lost their lives, and we pray that the other 34 would not be scarred, whether physically or otherwise. It's going to take a little while, I suspect, to bounce back from this. But be strong.
And it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for.
I'd love to find out what happened. It does. I mean, it's past now, but it would be interesting because you need to know what went wrong to ensure that it doesn't happen again.
But it's also accountability. You know, even though it's a private facility, there's still wards of the state, so we are responsible and we need accountability.
Where's Lyndhurst Crescent?
Right here, Lyndhurst, right up here, where we are. I can't point from where
we are the road. The road is behind us here. So it's going to, like, Maxfield.
That's on the way to our home. I mean, you know what? You said something very important there, Neville, and we do need to go through each and every home, state,
to ensure that this doesn't happen
and
again.
make sure, every children's home, and make sure it doesn't happen again. Safety measures need to be put in place.
All right, we keep hearing about young people and sports people and everyone being molested, and one of the victims of the gymnastics team in the United States, Kyle Stevens, I think this physician was given something like 160 years or something like that. He actually pleaded guilty. But she says he began molesting her when she was 6 years old. She says her parents did not believe her when she told them. She said to the doctor that you convinced my parents that I was a liar. The little girls don't stay little forever, she added. They go into strong women that return to destroy your world. Wow. She was the first of nearly 100 women who were expected to provide victim impact statements. What's the other United States? Is it Simone Biles? Is it not Simone Biles who won about 4 gold medals, I think, and I think she came out and said she was also molested. But why? This is a time when I hiss my teeth. Me vex. But it's real, and Me Too Jamaica. Let's talk about it. Yep. We need to have the conversation. It's difficult, but some people need to be held accountable for the scars. You mentioned scars earlier that they've left on the lives of many women and men because of abuse. So we're going to have that conversation. Difficult as it is, we need healing. Right. That's what's not cool in the Hot Topics. All right, let's go to some birthdays, folks. The boss, his birthday was yesterday. Go to man clean, man. Richard Prince.
Oh, listen, I was here yesterday.
Look how the man clean. Watch that. Look at that. Eh? Man look like him will get married. You married already? Aye.
Watch out.
The boss. That was yesterday. Hope you had a great day, my friend.
Watch out.
And I wish you many, many
more.
more.
Get birthday big up yesterday and today.
Well,
Something special.
Happy birthday to Jackie Horton. Jackie Horton was one of the first producers of Smile Jamaica, his morning time, many, many years ago. Lives in Ocho Rios, I think. They call him Roots. Jackie, I hope you have a great day, my friend. Happy birthday to the man they call Burro, Clevens Wilson.
Burro birthday?
Yeah.
Where is he? Is he here today?
Him can't hold in the studio.
Oh, you're
so that
terrible.
Big. And in picture couldn't hold on my phone either. He's that big. So I have a picture where he couldn't hold on the phone.
When he says he's big, he means he's larger than life. That
too, but him big. Bregin, I hope you have a great day today. And Burro's been here for about 1,400 years. So, and I suspect he'll be here for another 1,400. So have a great day today, my good friend. Happy birthday to Carolyn Myrie. Mrs. Myrie, I hope you have a great day. Birthday greetings coming from your husband and your kids and from your niece Latoy and from all of us here. And have a fantastic day today. And I know you're old enough to have some wine and stuff, so have some wine. You got none?
I do. I want to say happy birthday to all the babies who are born today, January 17. Your moms are watching TV right now. So moms, we know you're recovering. It's not easy giving birth, but do know that you are a queen and your children are a blessing to this world. So I want you to hug them and kiss them up this morning. And happy birthday to them again, and to all the children who are born today, especially our children in state care, wards of the state, as we call you, our special children. You are wonderful. You have purpose. You're here on. You're made perfect by God, and I want you to know that. So love yourself and hug yourself and tell yourself happy birthday today, because you are worth it. Happy birthday from Auntie Empress and
Uncle Neville. Happy birthday, folks. Have a great day today.